And he has been sacked. Jim was right. And this Wednesday, live on talkSPORT, the first game post-Jose with Ryan Mason and Chris Powell in charge of Spurs, and as they'll be for the Cup final on Sunday. We're going to take more of your calls on European Super League a little bit later on. I have just received a joint statement from Spirit of Shankly, which is a recognised supporters trust for Liverpool fans, which says that they and other supporters groups are going to fight the European Super League plans. So Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, Man United, Spurs and the Spirit of Shankly, all those supporters trusts getting together to fight the proposal. This is fans coming together to fight a European Super League. It's
well, they want competition. They want competition, don't they?
That's how it works.
That's what it comes out. That's what they're used to. That's what football's been about for a long, long time. It's not about just a closed shop for the elite.
We will take more of your calls on that throughout the course of the show. We're coming back to it. But let's talk about Jose being sacked. And I was intrigued by this. What you said at the start of the show about how if they do win the final on Sunday, it's his win. Paul Hawksby earlier said that he thought that Jose would leave Spurs 14th and toxic, but it's 7th and toxic. So it's a little bit better than he expected. He also said, I'm relieved, and I think Spurs have a much better chance on Sunday in the final. So we all know Paul is a massive Spurs fan, season ticket holder, happy that Jose's left.
Yeah, totally opposite to what Wayne Rooney. He's not a Tottenham player. He's not a Tottenham supporter. But he said if there's one man who can get a win against Manchester City in a one-off cup final, it would be Mourinho. You only have to look at the trophies he's won. That's why they signed him to win trophies. He gets them to the final, then they sack him. So it doesn't matter who they played to get there. They're in the final, and I totally understand Tottenham fans not wanting him as manager. Now, after the cup final, if it was to part ways, win or lose, job done. But with the cup final next weekend, it's mad.
Right. What about the way Spurs have been playing? And on Friday as well, they did not play well at all. That was not a functioning football team, not a flowing, fluent football team. This was a team that basically said, get out there and let's see if Harry Kane can score. And that's what they're relying on. That's not good football management. That's not good coaching, is it?
No, I think there's a bit more to it than that. But I think what they're sick of doing is getting into a winning position, Tottenham, and keep throwing away games from winning positions. I think it's more than anyone else in the Premier League this season. It's ridiculous. And that is down to the way Jose plays. He expects his defenders to be better than what they've been. Now, they're not at fault. He's going to make them better. Right? So he's the manager. The buck stops with him. And he hasn't done that. And that's why he's got sacked. The worry for me now, Mourinho, one of the greatest managers. Right? Absolutely. You look what he's won in his time with Champions League and league titles in the countries he's been at. But he's been sacked now from the Premier League 4 times. 4 times. I'm sure when he retires totally in another 5-10 years, it'll not bother him because every time he gets sacked, he gets 20 million in his back pocket. But Chelsea twice, Manchester United and now Tottenham. Where does he go next? Surely he can't take another Premier League job. 4 times. He's becoming Allardyce and Bruce. And when people criticise them for the runaround, well, it is. He's been sacked that many times now.
And keeps getting jobs.
Okay.
I mean, his record of greatness, and that can't be challenged.
No, it can't be challenged.
It exists. That is unquestionable. But it does seem... And here's my theory on it, and it does puzzle me why he keeps getting sacked. So in the last few years, he's been sacked at Chelsea, Man United and Spurs. Had big rows at Real Madrid and at Inter Milan as well. Is he kind of outdated? And it sounds really weird to say it because he won the title in, 2015, I think, with Chelsea. So it's not that long ago.
He knows how to get the sack, Ed. I think when he's...
What a thing to say. That's brilliant.
What I mean by that is, but when he knows he's not getting the response he wants from his team, he knows how to lay it on and he knows how to get the boot.
So when he says things like different players and same coach, different players...
He knows exactly what he's doing and it only leads one way. It's been so obvious now. His second spell at Chelsea, his spell at Manchester United, his spell at Tottenham Hotspur, fans turn on him because of the way he goes about his stuff in the press conferences. You've seen Manchester United come out and had a dig, didn't they, with Pogba over the past few days. And it's so obvious now. You can feel it. All Tottenham fans knew this was coming. They probably thought it would be after the cup final. But to sack him now, So, like I said, for me, it's ridiculous. Poch wins a trophy his first game at PSG. So he's known as, I've won a trophy. No, you haven't, mate. Somebody else won that trophy. You were there on the day when they actually finally got it. And Mourinho, if they go and win at the weekend, it's Jose's cup. He's won them that trophy. Not somebody who walks them out at the weekend. It's ridiculous.
Well, I kind of understand where you're coming from, but the run they had, including a bye against Orient, they beat Chelsea on penalties. Fair enough.
They had to beat Chelsea.
Brentford, Stoke. I mean, this is
but
not.
That's the FA Cup aid.
No, it's Carabao Cup. But I understand what you're saying. Yeah,
the FA Cup or Carabao Cup. They're all the same.
But it doesn't mean he won the final. Because he ain't there to win the final. And on the balance of probabilities, you're going to say anything can happen over 90 minutes or 120 minutes or whatever it's going to be, and penalty shootout, whatever. Anything can happen. But on the balance of probabilities, you look at the way Spurs have been playing and you look at the way Man City have been playing. What do you think was going to happen?
No, you just look at the way when he gets to finals, how many he's won. So when he gets there, he finds a way for his team to win these games in finals. That's why he's got the record he's got. And it's same the other way. I've always been baffled by a manager who manages a team for 30 matches in the Premier League. He gets the sack. So Wilder won't be known as the man who took Sheffield United down. It's Heckingbottom. He's took Sheffield United down. It's not on his CV. That's what used to make me laugh about Pulis. Never taken a team down. Allardyce never taken a team down. Because they'll get sacked and somebody else is there. These guys come in to try and stop it happening right at the end. And it's still a top record, what he's done. But do you know where I'm coming from? Someone manages him all year. Someone can, like Shearer. Shearer's the man who took Newcastle down. It's ridiculous it wasn't his fault.
No, I get that.
It wasn't his fault. But on his CV, he took Newcastle down.
By the same token, Spurs have lost 10 of their 32 games, and that's under Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, but Mourinho, since he's been at Tottenham, has got the 4th highest Premier League points behind Man City, Liverpool and Manchester United.
What does that mean?
Well, it's over 2 seasons, isn't it?
Okay, well, yeah, not a full 2 seasons, but I understand what you're saying.
You know where I'm coming from.
Well, what do you mean? Does that tell you that he was going to go on to great things at Spurs?
Well, it doesn't tell us anything. It just says, but it wasn't as bad. It's purely the football. It's the football that Tottenham fans have had enough of. And I totally understand that. But I think this is just to sack him a week before the cup final is madness.
Here's something on that cup final. I believe that Dele Alli will start. If Dele Alli turns out to be the match-winning hero on Sunday for Spurs, that's not going to look good for Jose Mourinho.
Okay, but if they go into the game at the weekend and he plays Dele Alli and they lose 5-0, which could happen.
Absolutely.
It could happen. What do you think the Tottenham fans go? Where do Tottenham fans go from that?
And this is where you're right. Because if you actually look at it in cold isolation, Spurs, who's got the best chance of leading them to a cup final victory over Man City on Sunday? Is it Jose Mourinho or is it Ryan Mason?
Yeah, and then after the weekend, win or lose, Mourinho's happy because he's won a trophy at Tottenham. Look, I do what it does on the tin. You know what I mean? It says on the tin, I've won you a trophy. Yeah, you can sack me now. I'll take the 20 million. See ya.
The only thing is, they have got a Premier League game live on talkSPORT on Wednesday and they need the points from that. And they must have felt, with the football the way it was, stinking the place out, Jose Mourinho couldn't get those 3 points against Southampton. So possibly that tells you that the league position and top 4, before we get into a European Super League,
I don't think it's top 4.
Is more important than cup.
I think they're desperate to get into the Europa League again. That's what it comes down to.
They celebrated it last season, didn't they?
Spot on.
Big time.
And I think they're just desperate to have any kind of European football.
It's fascinating. Jose has gone. So what next for Spurs? What next for Jose as well? And why now? It does seem a strange time.